Speaking of those pictures, here are some of them that were sent in by our eyewitness reporters. It's coming up in a couple of moments. The first one is from Abuja, showing cars in a gridlock at Galadima roundabout. Our eyewitness reporter says this is a usual occurrence in the morning when people are rushing to work. Well, take a look at this picture showing people at Ward C5, a permanent voters' cards collection center in Ikorodu here in Lagos. Our eyewitness reporter says the number of INEC officials issuing the cards was less than expected. And here's another illustration of the PVC collection experience in Ward 01 in Alimosho, Egbeda, also in Lagos. Our eyewitness reporter describes the process of card collection as tough, as you can see. Well, thanks so much for sending in all your pictures, and we'd like to ask you to please keep them coming. Now, when the elections do eventually hold, logistics may be a problem, and the Nigerian Navy says it will help Independent Electoral Commission, that's INEC, move materials meant for the elections, especially to the riverine areas. The flag officer commanding Eastern Naval Command, Rear Admiral Henry Babalola, said this on the sidelines of a tour of some of the naval facilities under his command in Calabar, the Cross River State capital. He also gave a warning to those who allow themselves to be used to disrupt the electoral process, saying offenders will be punished.
Stand by to assist INEC where it is needed to move some, to escort electoral materials. We're going to riverine areas by boat to keep the waterways safe so that people will vote in an enabling environment, and to prevent, quote and unquote, the notorious troublemakers and other people that are set to breach the electoral process. In that regard, I think we are set so far, and we have to cooperate with INEC, we have to cooperate with other security agencies in Cross River State to ensure that we have a successful election.
All right, now let's take a look at what's happening on the campaign trails. The People's Democratic Party in Lagos, under the aegis of the Goodluck Sambo Independence Campaign Group, says it's not relenting in its efforts to prove that they are the party to beat in the forthcoming elections. To demonstrate this, the governorship candidate in Lagos, Mr. Jimmy Agbaje, and a former Minister of State for Defense, Musiliu Obanikoro, have led supporters in a road show in Lagos. According to the conveners, the number of people involved in the walk is a clear indication that the party has a large followership in the nation's commercial center.
As early as 7 a.m., supporters of PDP in Lagos started converging on Funshaw Williams Avenue. Women in uniform attires, branded vehicles, and more adorned the environment. Soon, the roadshow, which started with a sizable number of people and vehicles, grew to hundreds and at various points led to a gridlock. Marching through the entire stretch of Ikorodu Road, supporters both on foot and in various trucks danced, brandishing umbrellas, attracting attention from passers-by, motorists and traders who joined the frenzy. A clear and visible departure from the regular rallies. At designated points, a former minister, Musiliu Obanikoro, and the PDP governorship candidate in Lagos tell us more about their intention.
The feeling you can feel yourself. You know, the ruling party has tried to muzzle us. We've tried to put billboards up. They have, stopped us. We put our posters up. They have pasted on top of our posters. So we're telling them that we're the ones on ground. And you can see the reaction, the instantaneous reaction from the people. The people are definitely with us. And, it's clear. The times are very clear.
Well, when you ask GSS3 students who are not accustomed to paying examination fees to start paying, 10,000. When you chase market women and men all over the state, put burden on small scale, medium scale, large scale businesses, this is the kind of reaction that you get from the people. And there is no doubt, you can see that we have brought out the best gubernatorial candidate as far as this election is concerned. And the message Lagosians are sending to these guys is that Ambode will definitely be shipped back to Ilaje, where it belongs.
The heat is on, strategies are changing, but one thing is certain, the voters will decide who wins.
Well, the All Progressives Congress in Rivers State today took its campaign to Gokana local government area and introduced its senatorial and governorship candidates. Mr. Pt.2, who is contesting for the position of governor, says his administration will ensure, among other things, that the youth in the state are gainfully employed. Our correspondent Eyewitness reports.
Gokana local government in Rivers State, South Nigeria, comes alive as the residents troop out to welcome the All Progressives Congress, APC, to their domain. Aspirants vying for various positions, ranging from senatorial to governorship, are here to canvass for votes. And the crowd of supporters appears to be behind them. One by one, the speakers step out to talk about their aspirations.
In Gokana local government, and so they have decided that all their votes will come to APC.
Then it's time for the contestant for the state's top seat, Mr. Pt.2. He wastes no time in spelling out his intentions.
In our first 1 year in office, we shall complete the model secondary school in Gokana. I will do all within my powers to ensure that the federal government of Nigeria implements the NEP report so that Ogoni people will not die. February 14, stand your ground. February 28.
The month of February is probably the most important in the story of Nigeria this year. And for the candidates here, the outcome of the vote may determine their place in history.
My governor, my governor.
Eyewitness, Channels Television News.
Now, hundreds of Anambra youths under the aegis of the Patriotic Youth stormed the state headquarters of the Independent National Electoral Commission in Awka, protesting what they describe as the impunity of aspirants of the People's Democratic Party campaigning around the state despite not being listed by INEC. The agitated youths want INEC to bring such imposters to book.
These are youths of Anambra State in their hundreds as they pour out onto the streets of Awka, expressing their displeasure over the alleged tactics of the People's Democratic Party in fielding more than one candidate for a particular elective post. The protest march takes them all the way to the state headquarters of the Independent National Electoral Commission, demanding an intervention by the body over aspirants' lists. And from their draft, INEC has 48 hours to take action.
We, the patriotic youth of Anambra State, having watched with great displeasure and sadness the continued lawless fielding of multiple candidates in each of the elective positions being contested in Anambra State by the People's Democratic Party, in total disregard of all laws of the land, with effective collaboration with INEC, police and other law enforcement agencies, we have now decided to say enough is enough.
Rest assured that this letter will be transmitted to him this afternoon.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
Second, that INEC is a law-abiding organization.
The protesting youth continued afterwards, maintaining that the forthcoming elections in Anambra State may be affected if the situation is not resolved quickly.
Aggrieved subscribers to the failed Nigeria Labour Congress housing scheme today disrupted an inter-party dialogue organized by the Labour Union in Abuja ahead of the elections. The subscribers had earlier in the day stormed the Labour Union's headquarters with placards before proceeding to the venue where the leadership of the Workers' Union was to engage representatives of political parties regarding the polls. The Nigeria Labour Congress had allegedly collected over 3 billion naira from the subscribers in 2013 with the view to providing them with houses.
This ought to be a forum for labour unions to engage political parties' representatives on public administration reforms. process was, however, disrupted as aggrieved subscribers to a failed housing scheme that was promoted by the Nigerian Labour Union stormed the venue, demanding full refund of their deposits.
Nigerian Labour Congress has received Nigerian workers for close to 3 years. They are sitting on our money close to 4 billion naira. In Nigeria. Nigerian Labour Congress is supposed to be an advocate of peace, advocate of justice, equity, has decided to defraud Nigerian workers.
The president of the union, Abdul Wahid Umar, was nowhere to be found as the union vice president tried to pacify the aggrieved crowd.
I'm saying in my honor, Congress, in my honor, before our delegate conference, which is coming up 30 for recently, there will be firm commitments to get an exit out of this. No, this will be because we are going to have next on Sunday, and I'm showing you that those of us who are in the leadership must have concrete commitments.
Some subscribers had earlier staged similar protests to the Labour Union Secretariat, making the same demands from the union leaders.
NSC said they want to sell us for us, and I put in almost 2 million, 1,860 something thousand for a duplex for more than 1.5 years now. House I couldn't get. My money, I cannot get it. This money belongs to my husband, my late husband. He died in this process.
Hard-earned money is with these guys since nearly 2 years now. We have no house. We demand our money back.
They gave us an account where we pay in, and they say before December year before last that we will get these houses. But up to now, nothing is happening.
The Nigerian Labour Congress had in 2013 asked workers to subscribe for an affordable housing scheme, which subscribers said led to the collection of over 3 billion naira from workers across the country. 2 years on, the workers are yet to see the houses built or get a refund of their money.
When the news at 10 returns, mixed reviews trail 3-day rally at the stock market. That's on Business News. We join us again.